Standing trial. New tonight on Our News, live at 7. The MP for North Abaco, facing serious charges, including rape, has been formally committed to stand trial. We'll tell you what's next, straight ahead. And we'll tell you why the Anglican Bishop is calling value-added tax unfair. But first, son of the soil. Coalition of Independents leader Lincoln Bain throwing his hat in the race for the West Grand Bahama and Bimini seat. And at 7:30, find out the Grand Bahamian lawyer hoping to snag the PLP's nomination. Our News live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to Our News live at 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kindino Knowles. North Abaco MP Kirk Cornish has been formally committed to stand trial on charges of rape, assault, and threats of death. Cornish received the evidence that prosecutors will present at his trial during his indictment before Senior Magistrate Cara Turnquest DeVoe. Cornish is expected to be arraigned on the allegations before Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson on October 27th. Prosecutors say the crimes allegedly took place in Cooperstown, Abaco, and in Nassau between January 20th and April 4th. Cornish is accused of raping and assaulting a 35-year-old woman on March 5th while on New Providence. Then on April 4th, while in Nassau, he's accused of raping the woman and threatening to kill her. Cornish is also accused of assaulting the complainant on January 20th while in Cooperstown, Abaco. All right, and this latest development in the political arena follows the death of longtime West Grand Bahama and Bimini Member of Parliament Obi Wilchcombe. The question since his passing, who will fill his seat? With a by-election looming, campaigning for the position has already begun on those islands. Tonight, Jamila Mizik speaks with one political hopeful who shares his reason for joining the race.
He's a familiar face, one known for standing up for the rights of all Bahamians. But tonight he says he's using his voice to represent the people of West Grand Bahama and Bimini in the upcoming by-election. Leader of the Coalition of Independents, Lincoln Bain, telling me today that the decision to drop his hat in the race was not on his own.
There were so many concerns that were hurting the people, and that's another reason I decided to represent them. You know, I could not see these kinds of concerns and just walk away and not do something.
As for the critics who may say that Bain is an outsider looking in, he says that's not the case.
I am a son of the soil. I have seeds that are planted here. So I'm not an outsider. I'm a person who fights for causes all over this country, and I feel that I can also represent this community. And the decision was only made by myself because the people of this community asked for it to be me.
Former Member of Parliament Obi Wilchcombe held the West Grand Bahama and Bimini seat until his recent passing, and many have said that the one who follows him will have big shoes to fill. But Bain says he believes he's the right man for the job.
Obadiah had some big shoes, and he had his own purpose for those shoes. But we need some different shoes, all right? No one's going to fill his shoes. His shoes is going on with him. We need some shoes, maybe some construction boots to help get some things done in this community.
The Coalition of Independents leader issuing this challenge to other parties ahead of the upcoming by-election.
We're calling for a debate so we can know what your plans is, and the people can choose the right man for the job, whether it's me or whether it's someone else.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Jamila Mizik.
All right, thanks a lot for that, Jamila. Well, with the Progressive Liberal Party, Free National Movement, and Coalition of Independents all vying for the vacant West Grand Bahama and Bimini seat, Tennille Burrows is an independent candidate, not letting that stop her from putting her name into the pool. With ties to the constituency, particularly in Grand Bahama, Burrows says her approach will be different, focused on local government.
As far as the constituency level concerns, I do believe in local government. I think we need improved and revamped local government throughout the Family Islands, and we also need to consider the Advisory Committee on Local Government for New Providence report and their suggestions to have that implemented there. Most members of Parliament in the major parties probably wouldn't be interested in implementing local government in New Providence because it would take away some of the Member of Parliament's power.
Burrows ran as an independent candidate for the Elizabeth constituency in 2017 and is also the founder and past president of Rise Bahamas. She says in addition to community needs, if elected, legislation on child protection is paramount.
My main platform issues related to child protection and ensuring that legislation is adequate. One of the things I propose is implementing mandatory minimum sentences for people who are convicted of crimes against children. So currently you can rape a child now and the maximum sentence is life. Typically, we've only seen sentences in the teens for people who have raped children, and I would like to see that change. And if a mandatory minimum sentence is implemented, that would mean we could say 20 years minimum to life, as opposed to just whatever's the discretion of the judge.
All right, now to learn more on those two candidates, be sure and head over to ournews.bs. And coming up in Our News at 7:30, find out the person trying to get the PLP's nomination for the seat. And now to another story we've been following since last night. This one on value-added tax, which according to Anglican Bishop of the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Islands, Reverend Leish Boyd, is unfair, particularly to the less fortunate who he says feels it the most. Bishop Boyd took the swipe at the political realm while delivering his charge at last night's opening of the 120th session of the Anglican Synod at Christ Church Cathedral. The bishop pushed the idea for an income-based tax to replace VAT.
My view is that an income-based tax is fairer since it taxes each citizen in a proportionate way and according to their means. Some may argue that an income-based tax system is more complicated than a value-added tax system. I'm not an expert, and it may well be, but it seems to me that this taxation regime would be better for the country and for the poor in the long run.
While he acknowledged government's efforts to make life more bearable, including the reduction of VAT from 12 to 10%, Bishop Boyd says VAT should also be removed from breadbasket items.
We need to take VAT back off of breadbasket items and off of fruits and vegetables also. And this is so that we can allow the poorer among us to eat better and more economically than they now do. We have to take measures to help the circumstances and to improve the living conditions of our people.
All right, we've got much more to get to tonight, but for now, it's time for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson, he's standing by in the Weather Center. And Greg, this cold front has certainly made conditions a whole lot better for us. The breeze is certainly cooler, and I'm hopeful that it's going to stay. So let me just wait to see what you got.
Well, we expect another day of some cooler temperatures, slight warming up for the weekend, prior to the weekend actually, and then another front expected by Saturday. So we're looking for some changes. So enjoy the weather as it is right now. And it is still pretty pleasant on the outside. 76 degrees under partly cloudy skies. The winds out of the west-northwest at 5 miles per hour. Those winds have fallen off, so the breeze is not quite up there. But your feels like temperature is a very comfortable 76. Temperatures around the islands right now, it's 73, or rather cool in Freeport. 77 in Marsh Harbour, Abaco, and in Great Harbour Key. Alistown, Bimini, 75. 76 in Nicholstown and Ross Over in Governor's Harbour. You guys are 78. 77 Kemps Bay, we pick up 79s in Arthurstown, Cat Island, Georgetown, 80s Coburn Town, San Salvador, and in Deadman's Key, and into the southeast Bahamas, where that funnel boundary is basically stationary. 83 degrees in Duncantown, Ragged Island, a pair of 82s, Colonel Hill, Cricket Island, Delectable Bay, some showers and isolated thunderstorms nearby there. Also in Abrahams Bay, 83 there, 85 in Matthewtown, Inagua, and our friends to the southeast, Turks and Caicos Islands, you guys are 85 at this hour. Satellite and radar composites showing that frontal boundary stationary across the south boundary of the southeast and central Bahamas. Some showers and thunderstorms flaring up across the Long Island, Acklands and Cricket Island, also in the Ragged Island chain. And that frontal boundary will continue to hang out for at least another day before it dissipates. Behind that, the cool air mass is still bringing in some nice changes to our weather, but that is picking up some moisture off of the sea surface temperature off the Atlantic in the form of some clouds. So temperatures will still be rather comfortable tonight through tomorrow. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us. Look at your extended forecast is still to come.
Still to come in our news, a tragic accident involving a motorcycle prompting a focus on motorcycle safety. Police cautioning riders and other road users to take the necessary precautions. Plus, moving to another level. Find out the partnership giving 12th graders at a local private school a jump start at college enrollment. And excellence on display as Rev recognizes outstanding employees in its highly coveted Epic Awards when Our News returns.
We're going where Columbus first landed, where snorkeling, diving, and fishing abound, to sparkling inland lakes and historical monuments bordered by miles of crystal clear water sandy beaches. Join me as we gallivant across native Guanahani. Starting October 23rd, the Our News team is reporting nightly at 7 and 7:30, bringing you the best in St. Salvadorian life. And be sure to follow our social media pages. You all ain't coming?
Don't spend hours sending individual messages to your customers. Use SMS messaging instead. With Cable Bahamas Business Solutions SMS messaging, you can send personalized messages to hundreds or even thousands of recipients instantly. It's quick, effortless, and cost-effective. Plus, it ensures that your messages are delivered directly to your customers' cellular phones, guaranteeing higher engagement. Save time and boost your outreach with SMS bulk messaging. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
A deadly car crash early Monday morning that left 2 women dead and 2 men seriously injured has once again raised the issue of motorcycle safety. Our Joshua Williams got a crash course on the issue.
New Providence has seen an uptick in motorcycle-related accidents this week. The most deadly, a double traffic fatality in the early morning hours of Monday morning. Police are now more concerned than ever.
Definitely an increase in the amount of traffic fatalities involving motorcyclists and their passengers. So far for the year, we have had over 40 crashes that involve motorcyclists, and 6 resulted in traffic fatality. Recently, we just had the death of 2 persons on a motorcycle in the East Street area.
The lack of helmets or low-grade helmets are also a serious cause for concern.
Please, purchase a helmet. Purchase a helmet. Too many persons are being seriously injured. Obviously, the helmets are designed to protect your head from any serious impact due to a traffic crash, okay? And persons who are riding these motorcycles, we don't just want you to put your helmet on and just have it rest on your head. Obviously, we want it to be properly secured. And that is why they have the straps, so they can be properly secured and firm on your head. These helmets are obviously, like I said, designed to absorb any impact that can be fatal to that motorcyclist.
Police say they're also cracking down on unlicensed motorcycles.
We encourage you strongly to do that because you will find yourself before the courts. There's nothing more disturbing than when somebody on a motorcycle or even a vehicle, but in this case on a motorcycle, hits your vehicle and they decide to leave the scene, and it's easier for them to make good their escape because they're on a motorcycle and that motorcycle is not registered or insured to be on the road.
Police say despite the possible dangers of riding a motorcycle, once all safety precautions are followed, riding can be a joy.
Please take the necessary precaution when traversing through the street to make sure that wherever you go, you get this in a safe manner and also cause the other road users to get to their destination safely.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
All right. Thanks a lot, Josh. Thanks for sharing that crash course with us. And if you want to find those safety tips again, be sure and head over to ournews.bs. Well, 12th grade students at Queen's College getting a jump start at college enrollment as the school is partnering with Barry University to offer a dual enrollment program. It's the first of its kind in the country. The inaugural cohort, made up of 11 12th grade students known as Barry Pioneers, will take part in a business studies course that the university introduced. QC Principal Reverend Henry Knowles and Vice Principal Sean Turnquest.
Now we come today to evolve, to transform to the next level, to mark a moment not just for Queen's College, but for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and this region.
The dual enrollment program allows our students to earn college credits while still in high school. And these credits will be applied to Barry University and are transferable to other colleges in the state of Florida, and also possibly transferable to colleges in other states as well.
Office of Dual Enrollment Director at Barry University, Dr. Whitney Watkins, says in addition to the academic benefits, the program offers a well-rounded experience.
What type of encompassing experience can you have? What else can we introduce into your experience with Barry University as something that introduces you to a level of college rigor? What is college life like? And so that's something that we'll continue to have conversation with to our Queens College family, to just see how best we can make sure that this experience is something that not just the current students we have want to participate in, but students thereafter.
When our news comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as dozens killed in Israeli strikes targeting refugees. Plus, Belize issues a public safety alert over falsified medication. And suspects charged in the disappearance of a Jamaican MP's daughter and her mother. Details from inside the courtroom when our news returns.
Doctors Hospital's reimagined primary care. We've invested to improve our health system, ensuring that accessible, affordable, world-class clinical care is closer to you. Your relationship with a primary care provider shapes the foundation of your overall health. Our new, modern primary care facilities are where critical diagnosis and true personalized treatment begin. With locations across New Providence, Grand Bahama, and Exuma, we invite you to experience the Doctors Hospital difference. Book your next appointment at clinics.doctorshos.com.
Favorite Bahamian artist of all time? I'll give you some time to think with it.
The greatest Bahamian song was recorded by the beginning of the end, Funky Nassau.
We're in a day and age where things can be different and still be authentically Bahamian because it's the Bahamian people bringing it to you.
Junkin was like the heart and soul of the Bahamian culture.
We're going where Columbus first landed, where snorkeling, diving, and fishing abound, to sparkling inland lakes and historical monuments bordered by miles of crystal clear water sandy beaches. Join me as we gallivant across native Guanahani. Starting October 23rd, the Our News team is reporting nightly at 7 and 7:30, bringing you the best in St. Salvadorian life. And be sure to follow our social media pages. You all ain't coming?
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass.
This is our news. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. More than 100 Palestinians have been killed in airstrikes in southern Gaza, officials say, as the Israeli military continues to target the area despite ordering civilians to shelter there. Most of the dead reportedly fled their homes in the north ahead of what is expected to be a major ground offensive against the militant group Hamas. The United States says it has agreed to develop a plan with Israel that would enable aid to reach civilians in the Hamas-governed territory. The Israeli military and Hezbollah have been exchanging fire almost daily since Hamas's attack on October 7th, raising fears of a regional war. And now to the region. Belize's Ministry of Health and Wellness advising the public that falsified Tylenol has been discovered at various supermarkets across the country. The ministry says it has started investigating and removing all products found countrywide. The falsified product identified bears batch number GS13790 with an expiration date of 3/24. The public has been advised to become familiar with the presentation of this medication. And over in Jamaica, the suspects in the disappearance of Member of Parliament Philip Paulwell's daughter and her mother have been charged and are now before the Home Circuit Court. Here's Jamaica Gleaner's Leota Bradshaw.
It's alleged that Miss Bradshaw offered $500,000 for the assassination of Tashina Patterson and 10-month-old Soraya Paulwell. A down payment in U.S. currency amounting to $100,000 was paid. In addition to being charged for 2 counts of capital murder, she's facing charges of 2 counts each of conspiracy to murder, kidnapping, and conspiracy to kidnapping. Miss Bradshaw and her cousin Roland Balfour made their first appearance in court via voluntary bill of indictment bypassing the parish court. According to the prosecution, it all started on September 5 when Miss Bradshaw learned of the child's existence and contacted Miss Patterson via Facebook, informing her that she's MP Philip Paulwell's wife. During the exchange, she advised Miss Patterson to conduct a DNA test. Miss Patterson reportedly blocked her. The prosecution said the following day, Miss Bradshaw, who resides in the United States, arrived in Jamaica with murder on her mind. Through her cousin and co-accused Mr. Balfour, Miss Bradshaw contacted men, including Rashane Miller and Richard Brown, to kidnap and murder the mother and her daughter. Later that night, men scoped out the area where Miss Patterson lived. They also went to a home in Stonehill St. Andrew on September 7, where Miss Bradshaw was staying, to discuss the execution of the plan to kidnap and kill the now deceased. The prosecution said on September 9, before 7 a.m., Miss Bradshaw contacted Miss Patterson. Evidential material revealed that about 7 o'clock, Miss Bradshaw arrived in a tinted SUV motor vehicle at Miss Patterson's home on Gilmore Drive in Kingston. Miss Patterson and her baby entered the vehicle, where she remained for about 15 minutes. The vehicle left the area 7:22 a.m. The Crown's case is that Miss Bradshaw took them to Stonehill, where she handed them over to the men. The Crown said further that Miss Patterson and her daughter were forcibly taken to Worker Hills, where they were shot and their bodies burnt. Miss Bradshaw and Mr. Balfour are scheduled to return to the Home Circuit Court on December 1. Raquel Porto, TVJ News.
Still to come in our news today in history, find out interesting facts about the day that was October 17th. Then in our news at 7:30, find out the Grand Bahamian lawyer wanting to become the next PLP MP for West Grand Bahama and Bimini. And an F&M Association chair says their rights have been trampled on. We'll tell you the claims of bullying when our news returns.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
In what we do at Best Brew, it really doesn't end when the customer purchases our product. We offer specialty coffee, tea, spices, and brewing equipment. We do a lot of our orders via website. We actually have the mobile service and the phone service and the internet. So having business in a box really kind of brought everything together for us and helps us to be able to provide the customer services that we pride ourselves on.
Welcome back to Our News. It's time now to turn our spotlight on events that shaped the day that was October 17th. Take a look. On this day in Bahamian history in 1872, the National Archives records that about 25 miles from Abaco en route to Havana via Nassau, the steamer Missouri of the Atlantic Mail Line burned at sea. The fire was discovered at about 9 a.m. in the pantry, spreading rapidly over the ship. Those remaining on board jumped into the sea. 12 people were saved, and on the evening of the 22nd were taken by small schooner to Nassau. 84 people perished. Then fast forward to 1974. Savathita Fines was born in Fire Road Village, Abaco. Fines is a retired track and field athlete who specialized in the 100 meters, 200 meters, and the 400-meter relay. She won gold medals at the 2000 Summer Olympics, the 1999 World Championships, and the 2002 Commonwealth Games in the 400-meter relay. After winning the gold medal at the World Championships in Spain, she, along with Pauline Davis-Thompson, Debbie Ferguson, Chandra Sturrup, and Eldis Clark-Lewis, were dubbed the Golden Girls. In 2008, Fines ended her track and field career. And finally in 1999, Ralph Francis Alnwick Gray died. Gray served as governor of the colony from June 1964 to 1968. During his rule, the Bahamas achieved majority rule on January 10, 1967. All right, employee recognition. It's an important and necessary event in any business, big or small. And here at Cable Bahamas Group of Companies, it's an epic undertaking. Berthany McDermott explains.
They're called the EPIC Awards, a quarterly staff recognition of outstanding employees at the Cable Bahamas Group of Companies, described as keeping a core value focused on people by Alive Chief Executive Officer John Gomez.
One of our themes, we talk about connected lifestyles and experiences, what have you. And so it's important for us to make sure that we get the people piece right, not just externally for our customers, but internally for our staff that work for us as well.
Nominees are submitted from across the various lines of business. Vice President of Human Resources Ed Duncombe says it is important to recognize excellence, and so far, it's catching on.
Because employees are being exposed to this and they are now appreciating how they're adding value to the company and how we are recognizing them, they're sharing it within the organization, and that's what we want. And so a lot of people are looking forward to it. They're going above and beyond so that they're getting noticed, but not just getting noticed, but we see it happening with our customers as well, and we see the positive behaviors taking place in the company.
And those recognized this time around?
I think it speaks volumes of a company who takes the time to recognize their employees from the line staff all the way up to the director level. So definitely I applaud Cable Bahamas for taking this opportunity to recognize all of the nominees.
I feel honored to be nominated. I am happy. It's a great place, to be today. Especially when your company recognizes your hard work, it makes you feel appreciated and valued.
Getting these EPIC Awards off the ground takes a whole lot of effort and coordination, led by the Human Resources Department, and Head of Training Janelle Hutchinson is a part of the team making it happen.
We try to make sure that each event is different. We try to make sure that at the end of the day, the employees feel valued, because that's what it's about. We have some hard workers who are always exceeding expectations, and those are the persons that we are highlighting at these events. And so we do whatever it is to make sure that they feel the love, they feel that they are valued, and they know that they are making an impact in our business.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Berthany McDermott.
All right. Thanks a lot for that, Berthany, and congratulations to all those who received awards. Now, to watch that story again, and for all of today's top stories, you can visit ournews.bs. It's going to do it for us in News at 7. Joining us now is Natalia Hall with the latest headlines. And Natalia, I know you are still one of the reigning Employees of the Month for our champions.
Yes.
So to see that.
Yeah, such a great effort by the Cable Bahamas Group of Companies, just to see them recognize excellence.
Absolutely.
It keeps you motivated.
For sure.
All right.
So hopefully we get those nominations in for the next round of our champions.
Right. I hope
got
you're
a couple
listening.
names in my head, some folks in my ear telling me who.
All right. Thanks so much, Ken. Well,
all right.
Find out the Grand Bahamian lawyer wanting to become the next PLP MP for the West Grand Bahama and Bimini constituency, and the claims of bullying by an F&M Association chair. Here are your latest headlines. An aspiring candidate first tonight on Our News Live at 7:30. Campaigning for the upcoming by-election is heating up. Hear from this Grand Bahama attorney who says he's the right man for the job. Plus, the Free National Movement outlining its application process for those who are interested in the West Grand Bahama and Bimini seat. Also, North Abaco MP Kirk Cornish back in the news tonight, formally committed to stand trial on charges including rape. And residents are reacting tonight to that viral video showing two police officers allegedly engaged in a verbal altercation. Our News Live at 7:30 is back in a moment.
Just when Doctors Hospitals reimagine primary care. We have invested to improve our health system, ensuring that accessible, affordable, world-class clinical care is closer to you. Your relationship with a primary care provider shapes the foundation of your overall health. Our new, modern primary care facilities are where critical diagnosis and true personalized treatment begin. With locations across New Providence, Grand Bahama, and Exuma, we invite you to experience the Doctors Hospital difference. Book your next appointment at clinics.doctorshos.com.
Favorite Bahamian artist of all time? I'll give you some time to think with it.
The greatest Bahamian song was recorded by the beginning of the end, Funky Nassau.
We're in a day and age where things can be different and still be authentically Bahamian because it's the Bahamian people bringing it to you.
Junkin was like the heart and soul of the Bahamian culture.
We're going where Columbus first landed, where snorkeling, diving, and fishing abound, to sparkling inland lakes and historical monuments bordered by miles of crystal clear water sandy beaches. Join me as we gallivant across native Guanahani. Starting October 23rd, the Our News team is reporting nightly at 7 and 7:30, bringing you the best in St. Salvadorian life. And be sure to follow our social media pages. You all ain't coming?
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now.
Welcome to Our News and thank you for joining us. I'm Natalia Hall. Campaigning for the upcoming by-election is heating up. Those wanting to become the next member of parliament for the West Grand Bahama and Bimini constituency are canvassing the community. In this report, a Grand Bahamian attorney says he believes he's the right person for the job. Why? Because he says he's well connected with the community.
And the best choice for the people.
Attorney Parko Deal was born in the community of West End, but later relocated to Holmes Rock. Deal started his career at the age of 17 in the telecommunications industry, but in 2014 he decided to follow his lifelong dream of becoming a lawyer. He was called to the Bahamas Bar in 2019 and now has his own law firm, Deal and Associates. Deal says he knows the needs of the people in West Grand Bahama and Bimini.
I've campaigned with Mr. Welchcombe throughout West Grand Bahama and Bimini. I've heard the plans. I have my own plans. I'm open for new ideas. I've walked with the people. I've talked with the people. I've cried with the people daily.
As for the support he's getting from the community,
I've received numerous of calls inquiring of my position. If I'm going to enter the race, they want me to enter the race. And I think I have a great support from the community. If you look at back to my local government election, I won by a great margin, and not just me, but my team.
Now, there's been lots of other interested PLPs, including former PLP Cabinet Minister Shane Gibson. That news causing quite a stir in the community. When Deal was asked whether or not he's concerned about the competition,
I have no ill feelings toward anybody who has applied, but my position remains that there should be someone who lives there, who's from there, who knows the people, who knows the needs, the wants, and who understands.
And here's why the aspiring candidate says this by-election is important.
It is a measuring stick, I look at it as. It will determine basically what the people thinks about the government and the opposition alike. And so it determines whether the people are satisfied with the performance of the government, or whether they are interested in having giving the other party a chance to see if they can do a better job if they're not satisfied.
All right, well, the Free National Movement hitting the ground running as they officially open their application process on Monday for those interested in becoming the next Member of Parliament for the West Grand Bahama and Bimini constituency. The party's application process requires the submission of a resume and letter of intent by anyone seeking to be recommended to Central Council. Submissions are to be made at the FNM's national headquarters in New Providence or Grand Bahama. Electronic submissions via email will also be accepted. Prospective candidates can then expect a written confirmation of receipt, and further details on the process will follow. Well, it seems more trouble is brewing in the Free National Movement. Garden Hills Association branch chairman Zendel Morley says his rights as chairman are being trampled on, adding that he feels he's being bullied by national chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands. He says the issues have dated back to 2021, and more recently, he says a meeting was called in his constituency without his knowledge.
There's a meeting going on tonight, and I don't know nothing about it, and they're saying it would be a constituency meeting, and the meeting is not credible, it's not constitutional, because the chairman has had anything to do with it.
We reach out to National Chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands. He says he did not call that branch meeting and says it's unfortunate that Morley has chosen to create an unnecessary distraction at this time. Sands says the party remains focused on the issues relevant to the Bahamas and ensuring this current administration is held to account. He says there are procedures for resolution of grievances internally. Meanwhile, Morley says he believes the crux of the matter is that he's a supporter of former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis.
I feel this is going on because I supported a certain person as a leader, and they don't want that. It's like a dictatorship in the party now. And the FNM party is not that type. It's not like that. We have bylaws that we govern by.
North Abaco Member of Parliament Kirk Cornish has been formally committed to stand trial on charges of rape, assault, and threats of death. Cornish received the evidence that prosecutors will present at his trial when he received his voluntary bill of indictment. When he appeared before Senior Magistrate Card Turnquest DeVoe, Cornish will be arraigned on the allegations before Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson on October 22nd. Now, prosecutors say the crimes allegedly took place in Cooperstown, Abaco, and in Nassau, New Providence between January 20, 2023 and April 4, 2023. Cornish is accused of raping and assaulting a 35-year-old woman on March 5th while in New Providence. On April 4th, while in New Providence, he is accused of raping the woman and threatening to kill her. Cornish is accused of assaulting the complainant on January 20th while in Cooperstown, Abaco. Anglican Bishop of the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos, Reverend Leish Boyd, doubling down on his support for criminalizing marital rape. His comments came during last night's opening of the 120th session of the Anglican Synod at Christ Church Cathedral. You may recall the Anglican Bishop had a similar stance at last year's Synod, sharing that rape is not an act of love. His comments were the first from the head of a major denomination in the country. Last night, however, he reiterated his support for the proposed amendments to the Sexual Offences Act so that wherever rape occurs, it will be called rape.
This movement is not designed to entrap anyone or to take away anyone's rights or privileges. However, like all laws, it is designed to provide protection where needed, where persons may be abused or vulnerable. In a relationship that is wholesome and balanced, such a law will not be necessary. However, we know that there are relationships where there is no equality or mutual respect.
Now, currently, there is no marital rape law in the Bahamas. The Anglican Bishop says laws are not created for loving situations, but for times and places where injustice exists. Well, a cool evening on this Tuesday as we get closer and closer towards the middle of the work week. Wondering what else we can expect? Well, meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with a first look at weather. Greg?
Yeah, cooler temperatures expected for another day or so, and then we start to warm up for the weekend. Well, just before the weekend, and then we expect another front. So we're going to see some cool air coming as the month ends and November begins. 76 outside of Sirius right now under partly cloudy skies. Your winds out of the west-northwest at 5 miles per hour. Your feels like temperature is at 77. Satellite radar composite, that frontal boundary that swept through us last evening, is now into the central and southeast Bahamas. Showers and isolated thunderstorms associated with the boundary will continue to affect that portion of the chain of islands. But behind that, the cooler air mass spreading across the warm sea surface temperature, picking up some clouds. We saw some sprinkles earlier today, but we will continue to see the cloudy conditions across most of the islands throughout the night and into tomorrow. That's a first look at weather. Stick with us. Look at the tropics, and your extended forecast is still to come.
Still to come on our news, residents sounding off on that viral video involving 2 police officers. Plus, the breast cancer fight continues. This as the second annual Connect for Cancer Fun Run Walk and Mini Health Expo is set to take place this weekend. And later, high hopes for a Bahamian Olympian as she prepares for the 2024 Olympics in Paris. Our Sasha Lightborn has the exclusive when our news returns.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
In what we do at Best Brew, it really doesn't end when the customer purchases our product. We offer specialty coffee, tea, spices, and brewing equipment. We do a lot of our orders via website. We actually have the mobile service and the phone service and the internet. So having business in a box really kind of brought everything together for us and helps us to be able to provide the customer services that we pride ourselves on.
We're going where Columbus first landed, where snorkeling, diving, and fishing abound, to sparkling inland lakes and historical monuments bordered by miles of crystal clear water sandy beaches. Join me as we gallivant across native Guanahani. Starting October 23rd, the Our News team is reporting nightly at 7 and 7:30, bringing you the best in St. Salvadorian life. And be sure to follow our social media pages. You all ain't coming?
Don't spend hours sending individual messages to your customers. Use SMS messaging instead. With Cable Bahamas Business Solutions SMS messaging, you can send personalized messages to hundreds or even thousands of recipients instantly. It's quick, effortless, and cost-effective. Plus, it ensures that your messages are delivered directly to your customers' cellular phones, guaranteeing higher engagement. Save time and boost your outreach with SMS bulk messaging. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business.
Residents sounding off on that viral video that shows two police officers allegedly engaged in a verbal altercation at a police station, resulting in one of the officers wheeling the other out in a rolling chair onto the porch of the station. The incident causing backlash across social media, with many calling out the male officer's actions. These residents we spoke to also saying things were handled poorly.
If the persons who are in charge of enforcing the laws are not doing that in a way in which it should be, I guess, good, then it just it's disappointing for me.
Handle that nice. You not to go through all that dragging me out, really? Come on, man.
For them to just do something like that to somebody, to a grown adult, she's not a child, she's a grown adult. So I don't think that's right, and it should be investigated.
Everyone knows someone affected by cancer, whether directly or indirectly. And for that reason, the Member of Parliament for South Beach is hosting the second annual Connect for Cancer Fun Run Walk and Mini Health Expo this weekend. The event is also sponsored by Cancer Center Treatment of America's City of Hope for the second consecutive year.
First of all, cancer sucks. Early detection is the best. And so we find it necessary, or we feel that it is necessary to continue to do this, to ensure and pull people out so that they would go and get checked, so that they become aware that it is there. The best detection is early detection.
Well, last year, mammograms were provided to constituents in the South Beach area. Roll says a lot of women took advantage of the mammograms, and as a result, 2 women found out they had cancer. He says all proceeds from the event this year will be shared between the 2 women to assist with their fight against breast cancer.
There are two races. It's the 5K and the 10K. It's Saturday, October 21st, 2023, which is this Saturday. The 5K is a free walk for those that leisurely walk and just want to come out and enjoy a good morning brisk walk. And then, of course, the mini health fair thereafter. The 10K, it's a race. That is a $20 registration fee, and we have already have 75 persons signed up for that. So we're excited about that. There are medals for that. Those persons like me who consider yourselves to be an elite walker, you can walk the 10K. We have prizes in those age groups as well.
It's now time for tonight's Financial Market Minute, brought to you by RF, your local investment bank. This has been your Financial Market Minute. To explore the best performing mutual funds in the Bahamas, visit our website at www.rfgroup.com.
When our news comes back from the break, an Olympic sprinter has high hopes for Team Bahamas at the 2024 Paris Olympics.
A primary school soccer tournament gets a new name, and a Bahamian baseball player wins some hardware up north. Don't go anywhere, our sports is coming up next.
And overcast skies and light rain on this Tuesday. Greg is back in the Weather Center right after this quick break. Stay with us.
Don't spend hours sending individual messages to your customers. Use SMS messaging instead. With Cable Bahamas Business Solutions SMS messaging, you can send personalized messages to hundreds or even thousands of recipients instantly. It's quick, effortless, and cost-effective. Plus, it ensures that your messages are delivered directly to your customers' cellular phones, guaranteeing higher engagement. Save time and boost your outreach with SMS bulk messaging. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
In what we do at Best Brew, it really doesn't end when the customer purchases our product. We offer specialty coffee, tea, spices, and brewing equipment. We do a lot of our orders via website. We actually have the mobile service and the phone service and the internet. So having business in a box really kind of brought everything together for us and helps us to be able to provide the customer services that we pride ourselves on.
We're going where Columbus first landed, where snorkeling, diving, and fishing abound, to sparkling inland lakes and historical monuments bordered by miles of crystal clear water sandy beaches. Join me as we gallivant across native Guanahani. Starting October 23rd, the Our News team is reporting nightly at 7 and 7:30, bringing you the best in St. Salvadorian life. And be sure to follow our social media pages.
This is our news. Welcome back. A primary soccer tournament is renamed after a veteran educator, and a college baseball player leads his team to a win in Canada. Here's Tej Adderley with a check on sports. Tej?
Thanks, Ty. Good evening. Welcome to Our Sports. I'm Tej Adderley. Dawn Knowles worked with the Ministry of Education when the first ever primary school soccer tournament was held over 2 decades ago. Yesterday, the tournament was renamed after her. The official renaming of the New Providence Public Primary School Soccer Tournament was held on Monday. The tournament will now be called the Dawn Knowles Primary Soccer Tournament. Education Minister Glenys Hannah Martin was excited about the name change.
You know, the nation has to raise you up and celebrate you. So I am here to celebrate with you and with the nation, because we are proud of this daughter of this soil who has been so impactful in the lives of so many young people in this country.
Anya James, head of the Bahamas Football Association, welcomed the name change as well.
We are proud to rename this prestigious event the Dawn N. Knowles Primary School Soccer Tournament.
Dawn Knowles shared her feelings about the honor.
And I say thank you to everyone here, all of you, because all of you here had a part in me receiving this great honor today from the BFA.
Bahamian baseball player Owen Taylor came up clutch in the batter's box and on the mound to help his University of Toronto Varsity Blues win a regional title. College baseball player Owen Taylor has been mashing all year for the University of Toronto Varsity Blues baseball team. The star outfielder hit .413 and led the team with 15 RBI on the season, helping his team to a 17-2 record. He came up big time in Sunday's championship game, driving in a run to help the Blues rally from down 4-1 to get to extra innings. It was there where he came in from the outfield to get the save, striking out 2 batters to lock up the title for the Blues. For his clutch hitting and pitching, he was named one of Ontario University Athletics Athletes of the Week. That'll do it for sports today. I'm Tej Adderley.
Still ahead on Our News tonight, a Bahamian athlete making big plans for the 2024 Paris Olympics. We have the full story coming up. Plus, get your sweaters out. This as temperatures in the capital continue to dip. Wondering how long this weather will last? Well, Greg is back with the answer when Our News continues.
Doctors Hospitals reimagine primary care. We have invested to improve our health system, ensuring that accessible, affordable, world-class clinical care is closer to you. Your relationship with a primary care provider shapes the foundation of your overall health. Our new, modern primary care facilities are where critical diagnosis and true personalized treatment begin. With locations across New Providence, Grand Bahama, and Exuma, we invite you to experience the Doctors Hospital difference. Book your next appointment at clinics.doctorshos.com.
Favorite Bahamian artist of all time? I'll give you some time to think with it.
The greatest Bahamian song was recorded by the beginning of the end, Funky Nassau.
We're in a day and age where things can be different and still be authentically Bahamian because it's the Bahamian people bringing it to you.
Junkin was like the heart and soul of the Bahamian culture.
We're going where Columbus first landed, where snorkeling, diving, and fishing abound, to sparkling inland lakes and historical monuments bordered by miles of crystal clear water sandy beaches. Join me as we gallivant across native Guanahani. Starting October 23rd, the Our News team is reporting nightly at 7 and 7:30, bringing you the best in St. Salvadorian life. And be sure to follow our social media pages. You all ain't coming?
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
In what we do at Best Brew, it really doesn't end when the customer purchases our product. We offer specialty coffee, tea, spices, and brewing equipment. We do a lot of our orders via website. We actually have the mobile service and the phone service and the internet. So having business in a box really kind of brought everything together for us and helps us to be able to provide the customer services that we pride ourselves on.
Welcome back to Our News. Cool temperatures this evening outside the Our News studios, but it doesn't appear as if these nice weather conditions are here to stay for much longer. Greg is back in the Weather Center live with your extended forecast. Greg?
Yeah, one day, another cool day expected tomorrow. Then we start to see a warm up for Thursday and Friday, and then another front comes for the weekend. So we are on a roll for some frontal boundaries to get near. So we're going to enjoy the weather. It's starting to get cool. The tropics still a bit active out there. We still have one system. Of course, Sean is remnant low now, it's gone. But we are watching this broad area of low pressure system with organized, well, the showers are becoming more organized and thunderstorms. National Hurricane Center still has us at a very high chance for formation. Will continue to track towards the west, and it shall approach the Windward Islands by the end of the week, and we will continue to watch this, but eventually expect this system to make a turn towards the northwest ahead of that upper level trough and front that's going to be getting in here for the weekend. In the meantime, we still have a stationary front across the central and southeast Bahamas, generating some showers, some isolated thunderstorms, cloud mass behind that associated with the cool air mass moving across the warm waters. So we will continue to see some cloudy conditions, but gradual clearing is expected by the end of the week. Taking a look at a boating forecast for all areas tonight, those winds have come down. They are now at 10 to 15 knots. They will become more northeasterly tomorrow. Seas running 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. High tide is at 10:18 tonight. Your low tide taking place at 4:21 tomorrow morning. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, we will enjoy some nice weather. Temperatures staying in the low to mid 80s, and we start to warm up for the rest of the week. And then another front expected by Friday into Saturday, and temperatures take another dip. Those nighttime temperatures will be very comfortable. They'll be in the low 70s. Make sure you get out and enjoy. Back to you, Talia.
All right, thanks, Greg. Well, Olympic sprinter Anthony Strawn has high hopes for Team Bahamas at the Paris Olympics next year. She told our Sasha Lightborn about her big plans. Let's take a look.
Anthony Strawn finished off the 2023 track season strong. Now headed into an Olympic year scheduled to be held in Paris next summer, Strawn says she's betting on herself to make the podium.
I have faith in myself mainly because if you don't root for yourself, who's going to root for you? And also, I am known to be a person that is all about me. So that is consistent. That isn't going to change because I do believe in being your biggest cheerleader.
As for some of her other potential teammates, Strawn said this.
I also would love to see Shawnee come back and actually become Olympic champion. I have faith in Steven Gardner because I know that Stevie would have become probably the world record holder this year if he did not sustain that injury in the semifinals. And I am also looking for a little bit of the changing of the guards between some athletes that was in the college system or were juniors that are looking to become professional athletes.
Bahamas is also set to host the World Relays next year. Strawn says her counterparts from other countries are excited.
Basically, everybody who I've spoken to, they did say that they are happy that the World Relays is back in the Bahamas, especially due to the weather conditions. And Bahamas is a tourist destination, and we're always on a good vibe. So they are very excited for it. And they also want to see like what changes that we have made, just presentation-wise for World Relays.
Reporting for our news, I'm Sasha Lightborn.
All right, thanks for that, Sasha, and thank you for joining us for our news tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Natalia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.